All right, guys, Adam from Luxury Auto Mall. Hope you're doing well. So today we are going to be looking at the 2026 Cadillac Lyriq, and here it is. This particular model retails, the MSRP is $69,520, and we have it down to $64,420. So I just wanted to do a quick walk around of the vehicle, give my kind of like thoughts of it, first impressions and everything like that. So we're going to be starting on the outside, and the very first thing that you see and everybody else sees when you're driving down the road is this grille. Now this grille makes one heck of a statement, but it also has all of your sensors and everything like that behind it for your driver's assist and the safety features and everything. But one of the other cool things is when you are walking away from the car, it puts on this really nice light show right here. So this is your turning signal right here, and this is your headlights. So it has a nice little light show on it. But I mean, looking at the front end of this car, it is very, very neat to see it driving down the road. So for those of you who might not know, the Lyriq is kind of in between the Vistic and the Optic. So it's meant to replace or be alongside the XT5. So you're gonna have, it's a two-row, but you're gonna have quite a bit of trunk space in the back as well. One of the other things I wanted to note is that for this month only, which I'm shooting this in February of 2026, Cadillac is offering $2,000 off of the vehicle if you are upgrading from, I believe it's an XT4 or XT6, and if you're coming over from one of the competitors' vehicles, and we will list those competitor vehicles or makes here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a walk around of the outside here. Okay, so as you can see, this particular one is black with the chrome accents. We also have these lovely looking wheels. And something that's kind of cool is this is the charging port right here. Hold on. Okay. Very nicely done. I mean, that just kind of like feels and looks luxurious, right? Doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. And then go ahead and close it. And you know, if you're not looking for it, it kind of just blends in real nice on the side. It's not super standout-ish as to what, but these handles, really well done here. They fold back in once you get into the vehicle, but you just simply pull, door opens up, no fanfare there. Go ahead and shut the car. It's got this really nice kind of sleek profile. I don't want to say it looks fast, but it just looks very sleek and kind of futuristic. One of the things that I saw online was that this kind of looks like a concept car without actually being a concept car. This is like, you know, this is actually in production. And I think I would probably agree with that. Then you go to this back end where, you know, it all kind of comes to a point right here. And the tail lights also do a bit of a show when you open and close the door as well. But you've got, and one of the ways that you get into the back here, you just simply press the Cadillac logo. And now you have access to quite a bit of storage in the back here. So I don't know, you could probably put some golf clubs if you were to put them in this way, but of course you can just fold those seats down, and you can do that by just going like this, and then boom, they're down, and then you have to manually put them back up. But this way you would have quite a bit of storage. I'll go ahead and put the storage specs right here. Go ahead and close the back here, but these rear lights, I mean, the lighting package on this is done very, very well by Cadillac. So we'll go around the other side here, but that's actually not the best part of this vehicle. The best part of this vehicle is actually on the inside. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna switch over to the POV part, and then I'll show you the interior. Okay, so opening up the Lyriq, you are greeted with this incredibly nice white leather interior. You've got all of your seat controls up here. Really big fan of that. That's exactly what Mercedes-Benz has been doing for a while. Really, really like that. Super easy to get in out of. I'm 5'9", and I can just slide right in, no issues whatsoever. And all I have to do is simply tap my foot on the brake, and boom, the car lights up, and it's ready to go. Now, one of the things I really like that Cadillac did was they did not try to take an electric car and make it something totally different than what a regular car is. They took a regular car and then just happened to put an electric motor, and everything else in there. A lot of what you are seeing in here, how it operates and everything like that, is very, very familiar to you if you've driven a regular vehicle before. And I'm a big fan of that. I've driven Teslas, Mach-E's, Audi e-trons, and everything like that. And it's almost like they just try to do too much. To put it in drive, big fan of this. You just pull forward and then you just go down and boom, you're in drive. If you want to put it in park, you just do that. If you want to turn on the wipers, you just simply flip this down, boom, wipers come on. If you want to wash the windshield, you just simply pull it back. Oh, sorry. You just push the button in and boom, the windshield gets washed. This is something that I could put my wife into. I could put my parents into, and after a little bit of time, they're going to be able to figure it out and drive it without too many issues. There's still going to be some things they're going to have to figure out, but it's very easy and approachable. Now, one thing that is obviously commanding this entire space is this monstrous 33-inch 9K display, which is honestly, I think it might be bigger than the TV and nicer than the TV that we have in our in my own house. So big fan of having all the controls right here on the side, where I just simply go through and I don't have to like do too much. I don't have to take my eyes off the road. I just simply select what I want, and then boom, we have music. If you want to mute it, you just simply press this button. Now it's muted. This is all running on Android Auto. I don't believe that CarPlay is enabled on this, but any apps or anything that you need, you just download onto here. There is an app store. I just press home and then boom, I go to home. So right there, you can see Play Store and you have all of your apps right there. This is very responsive. It responds really, really well. And I mean, if I make a swipe, boom, it swipes. Like it's very well done. It's probably one of the better in-screen displays that I've come across. So I'm going to go back to music here and just have that. Now, one of the nice parts about having an electric car is in the time that I have been sitting here talking to you, the cabin's already starting to warm up. My seat's already warm. The steering wheel's already nice and warm. So in South Dakota, as you guys know, we have to deal with a little thing called winter, which, I don't know, if you're in Florida, I know it's a crazy concept, but it gets cold. And what's nice is I don't have to wait for the engine to warm up, for the cooling system to warm up before I start getting warm. So I can just get in, and within a couple of minutes, I'm going to be nice and comfortable. One of the things that I like is some people really want one pedal driving, but I would say that there's a learning curve to it, right? I think the way that Tesla has done it and refined it over the years is really, really good. But for someone who's not used to one pedal driving, it does take a little bit getting used to, right? So what I like about this is this drives just like a normal car. I let off the throttle and then boom, it starts to slow down just a little bit, but then I have to actually brake in order for it to do anything meaningful. There is this pedal on the left-hand side that if I wanted to be a lot more aggressive when braking, I can do that as well. So we'll get up on this guy and oh my gosh, yep, that's just like one pedal driving right there, but it'll return a lot of charge right to your battery. We're going to go ahead and turn in here. I'm going to go ahead and switch camera angles so we can go on the actual drive. And in the time that it took for me to mount the camera over here, the car kind of powered off and got back in, tapped the brake, boom, ready to go all over again. And the auto climate control system just fired right back up, got the car nice and warm again, and away we go. No fanfare, no muss or bust or anything like that. Nothing crazy here. Another thing I really want to highlight here is I really feel like I'm just driving a regular car. I don't feel like I'm driving anything crazy unusual or anything just out of this world. It's just a car that it does what I need it to do. It just gets me from point A to point B, albeit in a very, very nice interior. And speaking of which, these seats are very comfortable. You'll notice that it has speakers built into the headrest, which the music and the sound system in here sound absolutely phenomenal. The speakers are AKG. I don't know how many speakers are on the inside here. I'll go ahead and put the number right there. But it's just such an approachable vehicle. you know you're riding in something very nice. It's very luxurious, but it's not completely unapproachable like some electric cars can be. Now we're at a red light. We're gonna go ahead and see how this handles a little bit and the acceleration. So, oh man, okay, that was about half throttle, and that really did a good job. Oh, someone just cut me off. That's nice. You're welcome. I mean, I'm on the on-ramp. I'm already at 55 miles an hour, so getting up to speed is not going to be an issue at all. Now, these Cadillac Lyriqs come with Super Cruise enabled as well, as long as you have the correct OnStar package and everything. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set the cruise here. Cruise is on at 70 miles an hour, and let's just see what this does. Okay, so, yep, we're steering. And something, again, I want to highlight here is that it wasn't really difficult to get it into cruise. All I did was I just simply hit a button, and away we went. Like, the cruise is in the spot where you would kind of think that cruise would be, which is on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And now I've got my adaptive cruise control. This person's going a little slow, so I'm going to go ahead, put my indicator on, and go over to the left. And now it just very nicely speeds back up to get around them. It actually almost kind of like guided me over to this lane as well, which is kind of nice. So I'm coming up on this person, so I'm going to go ahead, put my indicator on, gets over to the left, and away we go. Now I started this trip with about 61%, and right now I'm at 60%. So we're not draining a ton of battery, even though we have the heater going, the seat warmer is on, you know, and I'm driving. I'm on a windy highway here. And actually, speaking of windy highway, that's another benefit of this car, is that it is quiet. I believe the glass is double pane, so it's soundproof. Now, obviously, it's not incredibly soundproof, but it definitely deadens a lot of the noise. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get over to the right here. Easy breezy. The other thing I want to point out is that it rides really, really nice. Like, you know you're in a very comfortable vehicle right now. It's just super, super well done. Just in the steering wheel, it's in the spot that you think it would be, right off to the left-hand side of the steering column. I'm going to go ahead and get over again. I'm going to find a little patch of highway here where I can put it down and see how it does. And I'm going to go ahead and do the one pedal. Oh yeah, that's significant. That's returning a significant amount of, or it has quite a bit of stopping power. It almost feels like it's a little bit gradual as well. Like, the harder I squeeze this pedal, this hand pedal on the side here, the harder it brakes, which is actually really, really nice, because one of the problems with Teslas and the one pedal driving is that it can sometimes be kind of difficult to get that part figured out, how quickly you can let off versus how hard it's braking. This, I don't know, it's just a little bit more intuitive that the harder I squeeze this, the harder it brakes. Oh, it's a nice way to do it. I'm not gonna say it's the best. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and see how fast this thing gets up to 60 and what that feels like. So that's fully floored. Nice little power indicator here. Oh man, I'm already well over 60. Almost got up to 70 there, and I was busy looking at the power indicator. So I only lost 1% of battery on that pull, which, you know, isn't too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm squeezing on, all I'm doing is just using my hand to squeeze the left hand here, which as you kind of start to use it, it actually becomes kind of intuitive. All right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would really need anything faster for daily commuting. Now, if you're trying to win drag races, sure, like, you might need some more power, but for daily commuting, I mean, that is enough. I mean, I got up to 70 in no time whatsoever. Go ahead and get over to the left here. Then we're gonna go ahead and just hit resume. Cruise braking on. All right. And we're away. Okay, so we're rolling back into the dealership. Not really too much to say here other than this really thoroughly impressed me as an electric vehicle. Actually, just as a regular vehicle, the interior is done extremely well. It's extremely nice on the inside. It's very, very quiet. Honestly, if this had a gas engine in it, I'd probably be talking about it just as highly as I am now. But the fact that this is electric and that Cadillac did this good of a job with it, well done. Well done. All right, guys, so that was Adam at Luxury Auto Mall in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So if you were looking for a new or used Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz, or BMW, would love to help you out. My phone number is listed at the bottom here. Reach out. Let me see what I can do for you.
Put your hands up.
It's lit.